the same as the other races who were fighting with you?
I was treated the exact same way.
What made you feel like joining the Army?
I was actually in the Navy for 4 years and the Air National Guard for 6 years.
Okay. Did you have anyone that you were friends with while you were in the war?
I had several friends in both branches, friends that I'm very good with today. In the Navy, I had, you have friends that become your family. You consider them family after, spending so much time with them. So I have so many friends.
What was your family's reaction when they found out that you joined?
My dad didn't. He at first he didn't like the idea of me going to the military. He wanted me to go straight to college, but I didn't think I was ready for college at the time. But his reaction was at first he didn't quite like it, but he still was supportive.
Do you have any injuries that affected today?
No injuries. I'm fine.
Tell me about training.
Basic training is funny because it's like they break you down. They make you, they strip you of all your civilian, which is what you are before you're in the military. All your civilian characteristics. They cut your hair off. I already had a bald head. If you have any cool haircuts, twists, whatever, they cut all that off. They teach you how to wear your uniform. They teach you how to just be military.
Did you get well with others?
I did. There was some that I didn't get along with, of course, but there were people, for the most part, yeah, I got along with everyone.
What was your job in the war?
My job in the war was, I was in the services unit, which is like working in a hotel. If you ever seen people work in a hotel, they assign people a room when they get there. They make sure that they're comfortable, make sure that they have everything that they need to, just feel relaxed in a wartime situation. That's what I did. My job was to put people in tents. My job was to make sure they had everything they needed in their tents. If they had cots, blankets, pillows. I also was in charge of the cell phones and the technology, running the rec tent, assisting the people who cooked, and just making sure everyone had everything they needed to live in a tent city, because that's where we lived in the war.
How did you stay in touch with your family?
We had technology. We had email, computers, cell phones, letters. I wrote letters, but I emailed people, called them on the phone every day.
Do you recall the end of the first day of your services ending?
The first day that I got out of the military was right before I graduated from college, and it was fun. I went to drill weekend on that Sunday, and it was cool because I came late. I was supposed to be there at like 6 o'clock. I got there like 8 o'clock. And it was fun because I was getting out of the military that day, and it was just crazy because after 10 years, I was ending a chapter of my life, and I was about to start another one. So it was just a really interesting, fun time.
How did you and your friends entertain yourselves?
In the war, in the desert?
Mm-hmm.
We watched movies, watched all the cool new movies. We played games. I worked out, hung out with people. It's like when you're out there, you're living in a tent city. It's just like living in a regular city. It's set up like you're living in a city in the middle of the desert. So you can pretty much do everything that you can do at home. You can go to there was a big store. You could go buy CDs and Xboxes and TVs, and you could play games, you could work out, you could just, they had a big party one day out in the middle of the desert. We had a big party with music. It was fun.